Hey guys, my name is Lynn, and this is my story about what God has done in my life. Um, I grew up going to church, and I saw church as something I had to do. Um, I never really enjoyed it. I was bored at church. I didn't understand it. I just thought that there was a lot of rules and there's a lot of things that I had to do in order to get into heaven, and I thought I had to be good. And so for a long time I was the good girl. I I didn't I didn't do all of those big sins that people talk about because I wanted to be good. I wanted approval. Um, and through trying for approval, it got hard. I failed. I I couldn't be good enough. And I knew that I couldn't be good enough, and I didn't like that, and I hated that. And so I just stopped trying. I stopped trying to be good enough to get into heaven. I stopped trying to be good enough for God. Um, and I just started living for people. I started doing what people wanted me to do. And I compromised a lot on the things that I knew were wrong and I knew that I shouldn't do because people wanted me to do it. And I liked it. It was fun. Um, but at the same time, it hurt. I experienced a lot of consequences for my sins, and I didn't know it at the time, but some of those sins would even haunt me now. And so I experienced a lot of pain. I desperately wanted the approval of people, and I was lonely. It hurt a lot to not be good enough. And I just kept telling myself that I was fine. I had it all together. I didn't need anything else or anyone else. And it wasn't until I got to college that I really started to realize how wrong I was and how lonely I really was. And long story short, I came to know that I was wrong all along. It wasn't that I needed to be good enough to get into heaven. That's not the story at all. That's not at all what the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches that there was one person who was good enough, and that person is Jesus. And that person was good enough so that I didn't have to be. That person died so that I didn't have to. And that's the greatest news that I've ever heard. My price has been paid, and I have life. I have life on this earth, and I have life after I die. I have life in heaven with the God who created me perfectly and wonderfully, with the God who loves me, the God who loves me so much that he would die so that I didn't have to. Gosh, you guys, it's so amazing. And if you have not experienced the freedom that comes from Christ, then I want you to talk to me. Because I was enslaved to doing things wrong. I was enslaved to sin. And it was hard. Because I was caught up in a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. Even when I didn't realize it. And I'm free now, you guys. I have never experienced the freedom that I found in Christ. There's nothing else like it. And I want that for all of you. And I want to keep this short. So I just want to say that, you guys, if you have any questions for me, there's a lot more to my story. And I would love to talk to you. I would love to talk to you about what God has done in my life and what God can and will do in yours. And so please ask me any questions that you want to, whether you know Christ or not. I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you about it. So yeah, send me a message, call me, text me. I'd love to chat. Thanks, guys.